Hello guys, welcome back to Haymanager with me, Alex, and today an interesting video where we're going to look at the Premier League football kits that are confirmed or leaked for next season. So the home kit, away kit, third kit. There's only a few so far. I won't say a few. There's a good few, quite a few out there actually. The confirmed ones and the leaked ones are putting in. No concept kits. I don't want any concept kits. We don't want to look at them. There's a few decent ones out there. I've got to admit, I quite like making concept kits myself, but these ones are the confirmed and leaked ones. So we'll quickly go on over to Google Chrome now, and as we look at these, we've got Copy It Right Now, looking crisp and clean. It's decent, the infamous Joe Hart interview, and below average design and throw it in the bin. So we'll have to see where all of these kits come into fruition and where they deserve to sit in this tier list. So Arsenal at home, the home kit. I'll put them on the screen as well above me, or you might just make a big graphic about it. It's an alright design. It's a decent design. It's not anything out of the ordinary. It's not anything new or fresh. The home kit this season was unbelievable. Like the reds on it, the zigzags, the retro design. I think it was alright. But this one for me, it's just decent. It's this average Arsenal home shirt. The away shirt though, for me, this pale yellow, this like really musky, dusty, foggy yellow. It's horrible on the eye. It looks like it's been bleached. It's not a nice colour, as well as like the contrasting colour in that like deep blue that Arsenal have always had. I just don't like it. It's just a horrible mix of colours. I think it's a below average. I won't throw it in the bin. I don't think it deserves a throw in the bin. It's an alright design. It'll do. They're trying to replicate the old-fashioned one, which was like a muddy yellow, I'd probably describe it as, where your Bergkamps played in it, your Ian Wrights and stuff. They were a nice kit, that was, but they've tried to replicate it with the Gunners logo instead of obviously the Arsenal logo itself, and it's just not pulled it off fantastically well. So it's going to go in below average design. As for this kit, now I do like this kit. It's a bit of a play on the home kit so far this year and the away kit that they've used, where it's the away kit in the yellow, isn't it, where they've used that zigzag design. This one is very much the same. They've copied a lot of teams now that it's lacking inspiration. I think that's the one. They're copying a lot of the retro kits and not really adding a new twang or anything different to it. So this one here, I think I'm going to put it in looking crisp and clean because I do like it, but it's just not a fantastic kit overall, really. Then Chelsea's new kit. Now this one confuses me because they've gone for like two different patterns along from like one side to the other, but they merge in. And it's just a bit weird. I mean, I like the three logos are fantastic logo. That if they win the Champions League this year, it'll be infamous, that 3 logo for what they're using right now. But for a Chelsea kit, Nike, I don't really like what Nike are doing at the moment. It's an alright design. I wouldn't say it's anything fantastic. It's like they've just thrown two patterns together and just tried to merge it on Illustrator or Photoshop or something. So it's going in decent. It's not a below average design. I think it's a decent design. It looks okay, but it's not the best design in the world, I think anyway. Moving on, we've got Leeds. Now Leeds, it's just a standard white shirt with Leeds on. It's nothing special. There's no highlights on it. It's got a little bit of yellow in there, a little bit of something. But for me, again, a below average design. They could have added something special to it or something original or something cool, but they've just not attempted to do anything about it. And it's a really, really underwhelming type of t-shirt that. So that for me is going to below average design. Then we've got Leicester City's away kit. Do I think it's a good design? I think it's an alright design, isn't it? It reminds me of the Liverpool kit where it was like a Battenberg cake sort of thing. It's that type of colours, that pastel blue, cyany colour, maybe even a teal colour in there. I think it's a decent kit for Leicester. I'm going to put it in decent. I think it's okay. It does its job, and that's all about it. Then we go on to the Leicester home shirt. It's a typical home shirt. It's lacking inspiration yet again. I guess for your home shirts, it's hard to miss for a home shirt. It's hard to throw it in the bin. But you have your standard designs, and for me, it's not a below average design. It's not an above average design. It's lacking inspiration. It's going to go in decent, but it's going to go in the low end of decent. It's going to go in the very low end of decent. I mean, there's just not adding much to it. It's just a very bland design again. Now we've got Liverpool's away kit. We'll start with this one. I actually really like this kit. There's something about that kit that just looks retro, but at the same time very professional. Like it's a very professional sporting kit. It's got the collar on it, which I do like. The reds in there really contrast and intertwine with that dull grey colour. I think it's like a dull yellowy grey, which I actually really like. It's like if this colour kit was on this Arsenal one, the Arsenal one would have been miles up, especially with that Gunners logo. But I actually really like the look of this kit. It's a good kit, and it's gonna get, for me, it's going in looking crisp and clean. It's a clean kit. The colours flow well. They're gonna look professional on the pitch. It's not lacking inspiration. It's not something that they've used years ago. I think they used it in 2005 though. That's like 16 years ago you're looking at now, where I can't remember what sponsor they had. It might have been the Carlsberg sponsor. And they had that on the t-shirts. It's a really nice kit. I think Nike have done Nike, it is Nike for Liverpool. I've done very well with this, and the standard chartered logo looks very nice on there as well. As for the home kit, again, just a standard kit. But I quite like the details in this. This is where home kits need to be the standard colour, but the details, the small details, like for example the United one that we have this year, which has the treble like embossed logos and stuff in them, all very interesting kit. I quite like I think that was last year's actually, where they had the treble 19, because it was 20 years old from the 1999 season. Quite like that kit. It's just small details in there, and we'll get onto cities in a minute, which is a bit of a weird one, but again, it's looking crisp and clean. Liverpool's, I've got to admit, it's not quite decent. I won't drop it into these where they're quite bland, sort of just safe designs, but I won't drop it anywhere higher than the bottom row of looking crisp and clean. Then we're going to City's kits now. City's away kit, I've got to admit, it's not a cop it right now shirt, but this looks really nice. This looks really nice, I've got to admit. I'm a Manchester United fan myself, but the City away kit, the white and then the rainbow through it, I don't know what it is about it, with the gold badge as well, which they've obviously got now. It looks so nice. I wouldn't put it anywhere. I won't put it above this Liverpool t-shirt, because for me this is a bit of it's like a child's colouring book where you just see lots of colours throughout it. It doesn't look professional for me. They've always done this, City, where they have like weird colours throughout and have a very weird spectrum of colours, which Puma have done very well with. I've got to admit, like it's a nice spectrum of colours, but for me, it just looks a bit odd to be going anywhere closer to all this crisp and clean. I'll put it above the Liverpool one, because I do think it's a bit more interesting. But yeah, it's just a crisp, clean. It's a more clean than crisp kit. Let's put it that way. Then City, an interesting one with City. They've got, I think it's the 9320 timer in there with a detail on the back of the neck. Now, if this was made a bit more prominent, and it wasn't on the inside of the neck where you can't see it when you're wearing it, if it was a bit more prominent, it'd be a banging kit. And I think it looks all right. The sponsor's a bit too high up for me. The logos and everything are a bit disjointed. The whites on the sides, I've never understood why clubs do this, where they put white highlights on the side. It doesn't look nice for me. If you're going to do that, you're going to have to change the colour of the sleeves, in my opinion, like the short sleeves. But to me, it's not a below average design. It's a very low, decent design. It's decent enough to be sitting in this middle column. But for me, it's bordering below average. Let's put it that way. Then, what do we have here? We've got Team Viewer. We've got Manchester United, the away kit. Now, they're bringing back Adidas, the old Adidas logo, which is put on things years ago, and it's been in fashion for a long time. But the Adidas logo on here with the Team Viewer sponsor logo really frustrates me. The Team Viewer, if they can change how that looks, it'd be such a nice kit. But I mean, the blue on there with the reds, they've copied an old kit. It's lacking inspiration. It's a decent kit. I'd put it just above the Leicester one, purely because I think these two, the Arsenal kit's a decent one. I'll probably put this below here. It's bland, but it's got something. In fact, no, I'll put it below the Leicester one, because Leicester's got a bit something to it. I won't put it above the Chelsea one, because I think the Chelsea one just looks cleaner overall. It's a bit of a nicer kit, but doesn't deserve that crisp, clean look because of the oddity of the patterns going through it. But I think this Team Viewer kit, it's more interesting than not. It's not a below average design. They've changed it around. The reds in there are a bit odd. I've got to admit, like a really rosy red. I don't know why they go for these reds. But regardless, a decent kit all around. The United kit, the home kit, it's just a decent average design. There's nothing special about it. It's just a red kit with the logo in there and the Adidas stripes. So pretty much it. It's a below average design for me. I'll put it above. It's got to sit. Sadly, it's got to sit just towards the top. But there's nothing special to it. Again, there's these kits that have nothing special to it. Just sitting a below average design. In fact, that's where I'd probably put this Arsenal kit there, but I think it just looks nice. It's a standard Arsenal kit. It's a decent kit. This is just a below average design where they've thrown together the same kit we probably had a few years ago. It just doesn't. Yeah, I think we had a kit. When was it? It was when Rooney was playing for us. It's just a below average design. It's nothing special. There's nothing about it. And the sponsor itself just ruins it. Now then, I've got to admit, I didn't expect this from a United team. We've gone back to the blue. Now, we had a blue kit years ago when Vodafone sponsored us. And I actually really like this kit. The yellow or / gold, I guess you'd say in it, through the Team Viewer logo, doesn't actually bother me that as much. And then the pattern's something fresh I've not seen for years. It reminds me of like a 90s international kit. It really does catch your attention, and I'm not even being biased here. This has to go in copy right now for me. I won't put Arsenal's in there because it's not blatantly copying, but it's a copy of something that was from last year. But this kit isn't so interesting to me. I like I guess if you had a really nice sponsor, it'd be a definite copy right now. It'd be definite. So I'm not gonna put it in copy right now because I don't think it deserves to be just about in there. If I was to be a little bit biased, I guess I'd put it in here because the pattern on the kit is absolutely fantastic, I've got to admit. So that's the top kit for me so far this season. Then Tottenham's kits genuinely are the worst things I've seen for a long time. This bland kit, this awful I don't even know what colour to call that. It's like a grey green. It's like a clay tennis court green, as I'd describe it. It's an awful kit. It's below average design. It's going right at the very bottom for this one. But then the home kit's the blandest thing I've ever seen. There's no highlights. I mean, Leeds is one. The formalities and the neck and how it lines, nice. Tottenham's home kit, the way it looks, the colours are so dull. It just looks really dull. This thing, it's close to going in the bin, but it just about edges it above the away kit. This might be a leaked one. I think this is leaked. It's not a concept, but it's definitely been out there. Someone's taken a photo of it. This is the worst kit I've seen in the Premier League. I can't think what was, but even the Battenberg cake Liverpool one was better than this. This is the purple. The purple in it, I don't get why Tottenham wear purple. Not entirely sure why. I probably have to look into it. But they're trying to relate it to, I think is it R70 or something? Not 1970. It's something like that, which is the postcode for the Tottenham Hotspur lane, the road they're on. It just looks an absolute shambles. It's purple. It's distasteful. The amount of weird there's no pattern to it. There's no City put a mapped image of the east side of Manchester onto one of their purple kits a few years ago, and it pulled off quite nicely. It was faint. It was in the background. You had to really squint to look into it. It's too bold. It's too bold a statement. It's really missed as far as I'm concerned. It's really, really bad. And to me, that is going to be throw it in the bin. If I saw that kit, I would not even touch it with a barge pole. It is an awful kit, in my opinion. That's my tier list. That's how I'm going to sit with it. I'll share that onto Twitter, so you can see that there. I've got 12 followers on there. Please, I'll plug the Twitter down below now. I'm going to do probably another one for the world kits and different kits from around the world, from like Syria and Bundesliga and all that. But none of them in the Premier League hit that copy right now sector. It's a hard one to get into, kit collectors if you are one. will know it's hard to find a kit that you really adore. Some of them are mainly retro ones that you think about. I'm going to leave a link down below to this template so you can create your own tier lists and see what you think, and obviously tweet them at me as well. Let me know what you think of the new kits for the season so far. I'll probably do an updated one once all of them have been released as well, so like your West Ham, Aston Villas. I think there'll be a few interesting designs always come from like your mid-table side, so we'll see there. But yeah, let's return back. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new for this type of content. Let me know down below actually in the comments which kit you think is the best kit. I want to know down below. Interact with the channel, let me know what you think. So yeah, from me Alex, have a great day. Hope everything's well from you, and I shall catch you in the next video. Ciao.